Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Whether you are new or have been here before, I'm so glad you decided to stop by. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a little bit of a chatty get ready with me and sharing a little bit about where I have been. I took a little bit of a break from social media, especially YouTube, so I figured I would share with you guys where I have been. So if you're interested in getting ready with me and hearing a little bit about what I've been up to, then stay tuned. So if you guys follow me over on Instagram, you will already know that I am back in school. I am a full-time student again. I'm in a Master's of Science program of nursing with a focus on family nurse practitioner. It's a full-time program and I am still working full-time. So it has required me to take a little bit of a step back, especially this semester, from social media, but I do not have any plans on stopping YouTube. And the reason for that is I'm a firm believer that we all need some sort of hobby, creative outlet that is for us, that kind of excites us, reinvigorates us, and fulfills us. And so with that being said, this checks those boxes for me, and I get to talk about things that I get excited about: skincare, skin health, makeup, beauty, with all of you guys. And so I have no plans on stopping this. I just may not be able to film quite as frequently. I heard in kind of my absence that YouTube has changed the algorithm. So because of that, I'm hoping that you see this video, but there's chances that you may not see my videos as much going forward. So I do encourage you to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and do like this video so that you can continue to see my videos when they are posted. So let's go ahead and get ready. So I have been doing a method that I picked up from Melanie of Mr. Kong's mom, which follow her on here as well as Instagram if you're not already. She does a weekly makeup drawer, and it's one of the ways that she goes through her collection, ensures that she's using products, not letting things go stale. I know for me personally, I forget about things and then rediscover them, and one of the ways that I've been able to do that is by doing a weekly makeup bag. So this is from Yumi Kim, and this is a really great makeup bag. I got this in my very first FabFitFun box. I finally decided to bite the bullet, take the plunge, and subscribe, and I got my first box maybe 6 weeks ago, 8 weeks ago, and I've really been happy with it. And to be honest with you, this was my favorite product from that box. Let me know below if you are a subscriber to FabFitFun, sorry, I think I said that wrong. Let me know what some of your favorite finds have been that you have discovered through that box. But in this top compartment has this little zippered case here and a space for brushes here, which I'm not currently using. And then it's this beautiful print. I really like this color. And in this bottom part fits all this stuff. So I'm going to be walking through a lot of the products that I've been reaching for recently. With how busy I have been lately, I have needed products that I can just kind of reach for. I don't really need to think about, and that is what I've been putting in here. And do let me know if you guys are interested in me doing an unboxing with FabFitFun. I can certainly do that when I get my fall box. So let me put my hair back, make sure my ears are pointing forward. All right. Wish you guys can see my little ears. All right, so I'm gonna try to stay in focus as I'm doing my makeup. I'm gonna put a little bit more SPF on. This is the Paula's Choice Resist Super Light Daily Wrinkle Defense SPF 30. So I'm going to reapply it. I put some on earlier, and then this is the Color Science, the 3-in-1 eye treatment. I've really been enjoying this. I have been skipping eye cream in the mornings fairly frequently. It's got this cooling tip on it, but I haven't been using that. I've just kind of been using my finger. And I find that this does a really good job. I take most of my skincare up to my eyes, and this does a really good job of kind of keeping that area extra hydrated. Has the SPF factor that I'm looking for, so that has been great. I am due to getting a refill on that. So I was listening to a pathology lecture and decided to start going through all of my stuff, my samples, my backups of things, and really making an organizational system that was going to work for me to help keep things organized and help me to actually keep track of what I have. I have so many samples. It's sad how many samples that I have, and I really do need to use them because that's one of the ways that I've discovered favorites of mine. So two primer samples that I've been using a lot lately. This one is from Burberry, and it's the Fresh Glow Luminous Fluid Base. I really want to try more from Burberry. I think I have a lipstick, maybe I've tried a mascara, but I really haven't explored the line much. So if you have any favorites, definitely let me know. And then this is a product that I've used in the past and I've kind of pushed aside quite frequently because it's given so frequently. This is kind of like the Benefit Professional Primer. This is from Smashbox, and it's the Photo Finish Foundation Primer, and it's oil-free. I picked this up again because Mandy Davis was talking about it in one of her videos, how I think she was going through for each product category kind of what her favorite brands were, and she talked about how Smashbox was her favorite, and she's a professional makeup artist. So as I was going through my samples, I pulled it out and I've really been enjoying it. If you don't like silicone-based primers, I'm not quite sure that you're going to like that, but I haven't really been using as much, and to be honest with you, I have been mixing the two. I'm not sure if you guys can see that, and it's given me a really nice finish. I'm almost out of that Burberry one, but to be honest with you, I actually think I have another sample. Just gonna kind of smooth it over my skin, mainly focusing on my T-zone because that's the area that my skin, should be a little bit more, likes to eat up foundation. And if you don't really like using primers, the Paula's Choice Resist, this can also double as a primer, and I have skipped using a foundation primer when I've used that specific product. So a rediscovery of mine is the Bare Minerals, the Complexion Rescue Tinted Hydrating Gel Cream. This is fantastic. Kind of like a tinted moisturizer. I think it provides just a little bit more coverage, but it's something that I can apply with my fingers. I haven't really been wanting to use a sponge or a brush. I just kind of want to slap it. I mean, more than just slapping it on. But I've been in a hurry most mornings, and my skin's actually in a really great place. So I'm not really wanting to mask it with foundation and powders. So this has really been a great product. As you can see, I'm almost down to the last little bit of this, but I actually just picked it back up. I think it was Ulta had a 20% coupon that they sent me, and it included Prestige. So I picked that up, and I actually just left Ulta. They were having some like additional 50 off clearance or something, so I picked up a few things. And the shade that I use in this is Wheat 4.5, and it's considered a light medium with neutral undertones. And I think it's a really good match for my skin tone. And lately I've even been wearing this to work. Usually I'll use something a little bit higher coverage when I'm at work. Not because I'm looking for the higher coverage, but it's hard to find face base products that are going to last all day. I actually tried something a little bit different yesterday. When I worked, I used this, and then I used a powder foundation really lightly over this, and it lasted all day long. I'm a little hesitant to use it in this video because I've only used it once. I need to try it a little bit more. I'm trying to stick to some of my favorite products in this video since I've missed several months of favorites. I've really missed you guys. More than you guys know. I didn't intend to take such a lengthy break from YouTube. At the beginning of my semester, my grandmother had 3 hospitalizations in like a week and a half's period. So that was going on, and just life was a little bit crazy. Oh, I forgot to tell you what concealer this is. As you can tell, I'm completely out of practice. This is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Conceal and Contour. So I guess you could buy a shade darker and contour with it. I picked this up because I heard on social media that this was a good dupe for the Tarte Shape Tape. I haven't tried that, so I'm not really able to tell you whether it's a dupe or not, but I really do like it. I find that I'm able to put a light dusting of powder over it, and it's not going to crease. It's going to stay all day. My skin doesn't eat it as the day goes on. So I've been happy with that, and I think that it cancels out a lot of the darkness that I have under my eyes, just kind of naturally. And lately I've been alternating between 2 setting powders. The first is from IT Cosmetics. It's the Bye by Pores Pressed. And then the other one is the Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder. I think today I'm going to go with the IT Cosmetics because I am kind of wanting to do a dedicated Hourglass video. So many of you had requested that. So I do want to do that coming up with some of my favorite Hourglass products. So stay tuned for that. I really do want to film that. And as you can see, I have worked my way through this. This is my favorite powder brush. This is the Heavenly Luxe Wall. I can never say this one. This one, right? Wand Ball Powder Brush. Just kind of lightly applying to set the rest of my face. And I think this does a really good job of kind of blurring my skin, pores and whatnot. All right, so the base is done. Next, I'm going to use a bronzer that was sent to me. This is sent to me from Color Science, and it's the Santa Fe bronzer. And it's this really pretty shade. It's not too warm, it's not too cool. I've really been enjoying using this. I find that it blends very well. And lately I've been using the IT Cosmetics All Over Powder Brush, and it's the number 211. And I find this just looks really pretty on the skin. And for bronzer in powder, I really like just how big this brush is. I find it's nice just to ensure that edges look well blended, and that's something that I feel like I've kind of improved upon lately with my makeup. And I'll share with you guys a technique that I've been using lately. So just kind of bronzing my neck. My neck tends to be a little bit lighter than my face, on my nose. And I think that looks good. And I'm going to keep this out because I'm going to reuse it in just a little bit. Next up, I'm going to blush, and lately I've been using two different shades. The first one is from Marc Jacobs, and it's one of his Airblushes, and the shade is Flesh and Fantasy. In the pan, this doesn't really look like anything too exciting, but it's a really pretty satin nude shade. So it kind of has like a highlight shade and then a regular shade, and I just kind of dust my brush on like that. And this is an IT Cosmetics French Boutique blush brush. As I've said in previous videos, do not pay full price for these brushes. You can get them usually on sale. Sometimes it has sales, QVC. So the reason why I like to use a nude blush, and until I think it was about last year, I didn't really see the purpose of this, is to kind of blend my blush into my bronzer so that it doesn't really look like stripes. Because that was something that I struggled with before, was how to get everything to look natural and blended, and this is one of the ways that I like to do that. So then next up, I'm going to use another powder. This one is from Milani. It's the Prep Set and Glow Illuminating Translucent Powder. This is a really fantastic powder that you can pick up at the drugstore. I feel like it gives a similar effect to some of the Hourglass ambient lighting powders. I'm not sure if you guys can kind of see that swatch. My lighting is a little bit tricky this time of day. So I'm going to go back in with this brush, just kind of dusting it off a little bit and taking that into that. And I use this just to kind of soften the edges. So that it looks just a little bit more natural. And I don't even put it over any of this, I just use it to soften everything. So I've really been enjoying this. This is what I would consider a finishing powder. You can certainly set with it, it says set in the name, but I really do prefer it as a finishing powder, using that at the very end. And you could actually, you know, apply your highlighter and everything. I just like to kind of do it this way and even go back in with my other blush, but experiment around if this is something that you're wanting to work on with your makeup, kind of blending everything a little bit better. Try some different techniques and let me know if this is something that you've tried and kind of how it all ends up looking in the end. And then a blush that I have gone back to, this is my favorite, it's from Hourglass. This is Mood Exposure. It doesn't look like anything fancy in the pan. It's just kind of like a, I don't know, nudie rose mauve or something like this. I feel like this is the natural color of my cheeks when I flush. And so lately I've just kind of been putting this on the apples of my cheeks. And I just feel like this looks pretty natural. I'm not sure how it's looking on camera, but in real life it looks Looks fairly natural. So I'm going to do my highlight at the very end. So let's now move on to eyes. So I heard recently that they are discontinuing the Bare Minerals 5-in-1 BB Advanced Performance Cream Eyeshadow SPF 15. I am so bummed by this. And I know some of you guys have tried this and have really liked it. I think they came out with a recent similar product from their Gen Nude line. I have yet to try that. I've swatched it in store. I'm still not yet over all this. I assume that I will probably try that at some point. I know it doesn't have SPF in it. I'll just have to be a little bit more mindful about taking my SPF onto my lids. And the shade that I used was Blushing Pink. I did see one of these in Candlelight Peach and Ulta today. That was part of their 50% off sale. So if you're able to get these on discount, definitely try to do that. My mom was pretty bummed. That's actually her favorite shade, and I told her they were discontinued, and I think she ended up picking up like 6 of them or something like that. So as I mentioned, I wasn't yet done with my bronzer. Lately, I haven't really been doing a whole lot with my eyes. I've just kind of been wanting something really simple lately. So I'm going to go back into that Color Science bronzer with the Heavenly Luxe Dual Airbrush Concealer Brush from IT Cosmetics. I usually don't use this brush for concealing. I use it for my eyes. And I think it just makes a really pretty crease shade. So I'm just doing some windshield wiper motions, blending upwards to my brow bone. So I do have a few weeks off between now and my next semester. So I've got a lot to do between now and then, but next semester should not be quite as bad. I decided, typically my program is 5 semesters long, but I decided to start early. So I started this summer, and my advanced patho class I was supposed to be taking in the fall. So I decided to take that early. I'm just kind of using the other end of that under my lash line and kind of blending that upwards. So I decided to start a little bit early so that next semester when I actually start clinicals, it will free me up a little bit. So next semester should not be as crazy. And I should be on here a little bit more frequently than I have been lately. And I may not be able to do quite as many videos, but this is something that I really do enjoy and want to continue to grow and connect with you guys. So just kind of bringing that in there. So lately it's been a lot of no makeup looking days, just to kind of mask the fact that I haven't been getting quite as much sleep with my studying and whatnot. Alright, so I think that's done. That looks pretty. And many times I will leave it like that. I'll just add mascara, maybe I'll add some liner, but we'll do a little bit something extra. This was a gift to me from my friend Abby, More Than Just Skin, for my birthday a few months ago. This is one of the Tom Ford shades, and the color is Iris Bronze. It's super pretty. Let me see if I can swatch that for you guys. But sometimes I feel like swatches just don't show up great on camera, but I want to show it to you guys. So, and this is a Sonia Kashuk brush that has since been discontinued, but I really like it. I'm not sure if you guys can kind of see that top. I'm able to kind of press the brush head into the powder and just kind of stamp it where I want. And so I'm just going to use this to define the outer corner of my eye. One of the reasons why I do that is because I have hooded eyes, so when I close my eyes or put my eyes kind of at neutral, you're still able to kind of see some of the shadow. And remember that dark is going to recede and then highlight is going to bring forward. It's one of the reasons why I like highlight on my cheeks so much. Let's bring the cheekbones forward. You guys have an eye that you tend to be better at applying eyeshadow with. I can do a great eye with this side and then it not look quite as good on this side. But what's interesting is that my eyebrow on this side is kind of in better shape at the moment than my other one. I need to do something about my eyebrows. Thinking about getting microblading. If you've had microblading, definitely let me know in the comments below. I think that looks really pretty. And next I'm going to apply some liner. This is from Urban Decay. It's the 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in Rockstar. Alright, I know you're not supposed to drag your lid, but... And lately I haven't really been doing a whole lot of eyeliner underneath my eyes. This is a smudger brush from, who's this from? I think it's from Sephora, yeah. I'm just gonna smudge that a little bit. And I really like those eyeliners from Urban Decay because you can work with them a little bit before they completely set. Actually, let's do a little bit of liner on the bottom. What the heck? So my aim is to do my AM and PM skincare routine videos during the break. And in those videos, I'm going to share with you guys those products that I've been reaching for kind of over and over again. I know I've missed a bunch of favorite months. I missed May, June. I might have even missed April. I'm sorry, guys. So I definitely want to share. I have found some fantastic products. So I'm really excited to share those with you guys. And then lately for my brow bone and kind of inner corner highlight, I've been reaching for this. This is from By Terry. It's the Ombre Black Star and the color is Blonde Opal. A similar product to this is from Laura Mercier. Let me see if I have it. Rose Gold. So this is really similar if you have that. And lately I've just kind of been putting that on my brow bone, inner corner, and just smudging that a little bit with my ring finger. And just something really quick. I really like using these. So next up is brows, and we'll do mascara. This is from IT Cosmetics. It's the Brow Power in Universal Taupe. Depending on how hard you press down, that's supposed to be the shade that you get. But I imagine if you have a warmer hair color, this wouldn't quite work as well. My brows have just been really crazy lately. Thinking about getting microblading. So if you've had that done, let me know. I feel like my brows have just been so sparse lately, and I've been using castor oil on them. I always feel like I make like the weirdest faces when I do my brows, and then when I put on mascara. We're gonna fast forward through most of this because I'm sure you guys don't want to sit here watching me apply my brow. But yeah, I'm thinking about getting them microbladed just so I can save some time in the morning. As clinicals will be starting, I am starting at an urgent care clinic, and my classes next semester are going to be advanced health assessment and diagnostic and clinical reasoning. So I figured that working in an urgent care would be really great to help me really get very quick my assessment. Right now I'm quick, but it's more focused on why my patients are in the hospital, and most of them already have diagnoses. I mean, I've certainly caught things and brought it to the attention of the provider, but I'm the one that's going to be diagnosing in the provider role. So I have to be very keen on my assessment skills, and so I figured urgent care would be great. You don't know these patients, they're coming in, so kind of getting health histories from them, being able to be as thorough as possible, as accurate as possible in a minimal amount of time. And this is a mascara from By Terry. This was gifted to me from Octoly, and it's in the shade Master Black, and it's the Lash Expert. I've really been enjoying this mascara. This has definitely been a favorite of mine. I find that with this particular one, I'm able to define my lashes, and it helps me get a good lift. Because most mornings I have foregone curling my lashes, and if I'm in a hurry, I really don't have time to be separating them. So it provides a good length and definition. If you want a lot of volume, I'm not quite sure you would like this one as much. I kind of like long, wispy, flirty lashes. And let's do the bottom. And I realized that I forgot to mention when I set my brows with. This is the Brow Food Clear Brow Enhancing Gel Fix. And this is great because it helps to kind of set the brow. It's not going to do quite as good of a job as the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel will at really kind of setting the brow, but this I find has helped to really condition my brows. So next up is this. I'm going to use the Bite Beauty liner in, I will have to put the number, I can barely see this. It looks like 324. I'm not quite sure, but I will leave it in the description below what color this is. But it's a nice soft baby pink. And I picked this up a few months ago. Sephora was doing one of their weekly wows, and they had these half price, and so I decided to try one. And then to finish up the lips, we're almost done. This was sent to me from Almay, and I've really been enjoying this. This is the Smart Shade Butter Kiss in Pink Light. That's what that looks like. I've been throwing this in my scrub top a lot because it's easy. I don't need a mirror. I can just slap it on my lips, and it conditions my lips, it moisturizes my lips, And if my lips are just even the tattest bit dry, I will start licking them, and that just makes them more dry. So you know how that goes. So now on to highlighter. Let's find a brush. This is one from Bliss. I don't even know if they still make these, but I found this at TJ Maxx, I think, and it's an angled contour brush and a highlighter that I've really been enjoying lately. This is from Essence, and it's the Pure Nude Highlighter. This is very similar to the Laura Mercier, the Matte Radiance Powder in Highlight 01. I wouldn't say it's an exact dupe. The Laura Mercier one is much finer milled, but this one is really great. It just gives a really nice, soft radiance to the cheekbone or wherever you want to highlight. So just kind of making a C. Not sure if you guys are able to see that sheen, but it's just really pretty. And I reach for this a lot on my work days. Yes, I wear highlighter on work days. And I think that that's it. I think that's the final look. Let's take the little kitty cat ears off. Brush the hair. Alright guys, so that is it. This is the final product. This is the makeup look that I have been going to pretty regularly. I find the products are just really easy. It gives me a nice, fresh, awakened look, and I've really been enjoying these products. These have kind of been my favorites over the past few months. If you enjoyed this video, consider giving me a like, and I would love to have you here on a regular basis. So consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell. And let me know in the comments below what are some of those videos that you would like to see going forward. I'm going to be trying to do some filming over the next few weeks, and like I said, I should be able to be doing some more filming throughout my semester and as the program continues. And if you have any questions for me about school or anything in general, just leave them below. And I guess until next time, I will see you guys very soon. Take care. Bye.